Hello guys, this is Spicy, and this is a review on the Bandai High Grade 1/44 scale Turn A Gundam. This is from the correct century. I believe this is like far in the future. After the universal century magically turned into the correct century. And you can see from the box here, there's a Zaku right here. Probably found this mobile suit from some archaeological dig. Anyway, it's set in the far, far future. You can see here's a picture of the Turn A Gundam. Supposedly one of the most powerful suit in the history of the Gundam multiverse. And this one original retail for 1400 yen. Now I do have a problem with this kit, so I'm gonna talk about that very soon. Alright, that's the box. Here's a manual. That's part of the Ingressa Militia mobile suit. What material is this suit made from? Nobody knows. It's made from magic, fairy dust. Alright, so it's got some very cool features and some functions. The mobile suit even comes with a core fighter. However, you do have to paint it, so and just leave it as is, because I gotta do some work with this kit because of some unforeseen circumstances. Alright, that's it for the manual. Alright, let's talk about accessories. So we got two open hand, one for the left and one for the right. As you can see right here, I have one attached. Two gripping hands for the beam saber. Right here, we have one. And then we have two beam saber handles. They look like this. You can see it. Then we got two beam saber effect. One is already attached. So here's the beam saber handle attached to the beam saber. Alright, and then we got the core fighter, which I already mentioned. This one definitely needs to be painted and paneled. And then we got some interchangeable chest plates and back plates. I'm going to talk about that. And we got some attachment points stuff. One for the beam rifle and one for the shield, which you can attach to the back. And then two attachment piece here for the beam saber hilt. Alright, and then we got this very interesting beam rifle here. It's supposed to be super powerful. There's a handle. You can flip the handle down, and then you can swap out the back piece right here. This is like to go into like full burst mode or something. Okay, well, I'm not gonna show these yet. I'm gonna talk about the kit. So, my problem with this kit is it's actually missing one entire runner. It's a very small runner. It's the runner number E2, which is like a very clear translucent bubble that goes on this piece right here. This is actually the cockpit of the Turn A, and that's missing that translucent clear canopy piece, which is very disappointing. I don't know what happened. Apparently my friend, my customer who got this kit, who sponsored this kit, bought this off Amazon, and it might have gotten lost during shipping, or I don't know. It's this kit came open, so when I got it, I was very skeptical. There might be some tempering, but as you can see, there is problems. So, but one very interesting fact is I have built 122 kits as of today, and so far I have 2 kits that are missing parts. So quality control for Bandai is definitely pretty good. Consider that's like less than 1%. So yeah. Anyway, if you're living in the United States and you have missing parts, you are pretty much out of luck. I guess you might have to go buy like another kit, or somehow find a way to get it replaced. It's not gonna be easy. All right, so let's talk about the rest of the accessories. So we got the shield right here. The shield can be attached to both arms, forearm via these peg hole here, and the shield can be transformed into another mode, which you can use it to attach to the back of the suit. So you want to remove these pieces right here. Be a little bit careful. You don't want to break any pieces. And then you attach it to this piece right here, like so. And then you can attach to the back of the suit. Same with the beam rifle. You flip down the handle. Probably want to attach one of these. And then you have it plug in to this piece right here. Like so. Yeah, like that. And then you can attach to the left side. Okay, well, anyway, let's talk about the chest piece right here. So this is like the open chest mode. I didn't paint the inside because I think I have to do a lot of work with this kit. I might have to custom make the cockpit, and then I'll do the rest of the painting. And you can also see on the back, it's also have these open cavities. I don't know if they're fire missiles or something, or used for like some other purpose. Cause I actually never seen a Cherney Gundam. When this series was introduced, I stopped watching it because I don't like the way this guy looks. I don't like how the V-fin is on his face instead of on the forehead. So I thought this was very goofy looking. Some people call this guy the mustache Gundam. Alright, anyway, let's continue with the review. You can remove these pieces, these open pieces right here. Let's pop them off. Like so. So now this is removed. Then you can go with the standard non-open piece right here. As you can see, I did a lot of panel lining on that one. Remove the chest. Go with the standard chest piece right here. Very cool. All right. And then we have the hand that holds a beam saber. These hands are very interesting because actually it's kind of like the Xeon suits, where he has a notch inside on the forearm. Not the forearm, the hand. And then it holds accessories in place. I think a lot of UC kits have this feature. You don't just stick the accessory into the hand. It's like properly held in there by a peg. So yeah, I gotta do that in order to swap out to use the beam rifle. So instead, I'm gonna have him hold the beam rifle with the right hand or the left hand. There we go. Got the beam rifle here. Let's see if that works. Okay, well, there's a beam rifle. There we go. Pretty cool. And yeah, store the shield to this piece right here. Just plug it in like so, like that. And you can store the beam saber hilt right here. Then I guess for the other side, you can just use one of these. The beam saber hilt just fit right into this slot right there via friction, so it's not a very secure fit. All right. And if you want to use both hands, you can. You can just swap out the back part and then use the hand to hold this thing right here to go into the full burst mode. Let's see if that actually, it kind of doesn't make sense. So I think what you do is like you actually have to flip down the handle and just have him hold it with one hand, one open hand, like here, and then use the gripping hand for the full burst mode. This thing is supposed to be incredibly powerful, but whatever. Okay, let's talk about articulation. This kit actually has some very good articulation. So the head's on double ball peg. Can move that around a little bit, 360 degrees, back and forth. Now when you're, I guess when you're moving the head, be careful not to put your finger around the V-fin or the mustache, because if you squeeze too hard, it can break. So just be a little bit careful. You know, sometimes a lot of people like to grip onto the headpiece from the side. I just did that, so be careful of that. The arm is on the peg right here. It's actually, there's a little bit of a butterfly action, but it's kind of hindered by these shoulder pieces. The shoulder pieces are very unique. So one piece of the shoulder armor is attached to the back, and then the front is actually attached to the peg. So you can't really rotate the shoulder armor. They're pretty much fixed. But you can rotate the arm via this polycap right here. It's kind of hindered. And you can swing it out. You do have a 90-degree or bend right here for the arm. No double jointed elbow. And then the hand is on the ball peg. Alright. And then we don't have a chest crunch on this one because of the interchangeable chest piece. Just a polycap right there in the section. You can, you can't, I can barely get it to move. So it's pretty much, you're pretty much stuck with that. Okay, maybe a little bit, since it's a ball joint. Not really much you can do right there. Anyway, that's that. We have, you can actually flip forward the front skirt, and then the side skirts via these ball style poly caps, so you can move it and maneuver it pretty well. And he actually doesn't have a back skirt, so that's actually pretty cool. And then he's got extremely long legs. So down here you have a plug here for the. It's like a cover for the peg hole for the action space or stand. Then the legs are on these universal joints right here via the polycap. So you can kind of almost do a split because actually, let's see. Yeah, almost. You can't do a full split. Alright, so the legs are on these, there's a thigh cut right here. However, it's hindered by these side pieces. You can't really like move it forward because legs are designed like that. Okay, and yeah, that's pretty much it for the hips. The legs, the knees are double jointed, so you can get some decent movement out of that, like so. And we also have another articulation point on the calves, which is very interesting. You can move the leg a little bit up and down, which is pretty cool. And then you can move the feet a little bit via this polycap. It's a ball joint actually on the polycap, and then you can actually articulate the feet. So that's pretty cool. It's a pretty big suit actually. Let me see if I can compare this one with something a little bit normal size. Alright, so right here I have the double X. As you can see, the turn X is actually pretty tall. It's a little bit taller, yeah, than the double X. You can see his proportions are a lot bigger too. It's got the his head's almost like twice the size maybe. And yeah. It's a pretty good kit. I do recommend this one. You know, when I first saw the Turn A, I didn't like the way it looks, but you do have some options. There's actually a premium Bandai version of the Turn A. It's called the Turn A Shin. This one's a little bit pricey, but they redesigned parts of the Turn A to make it more, you know, that give it more of that classic Gundam look. It's got more of a Gundam face, and they kind of removed the whole mustache gimmick. Like the V fin is kind of like more squarish, and it has like a full Gundam face, and then it's got some more square appearance, like more straight line appearances on this armor system. And yeah, would I recommend getting this kit? I would recommend it. Yes, it's a pretty nice kit. So if you are a fan of the Turn A, or you just like the way this one looks, or if you have any, you know, ever have any type of interest about picking this kit up, I definitely would recommend giving this one a try. It's a very good kit. Just don't buy from Amazon, because somehow you might end up getting missing parts. Alright, and let's attach this piece right there. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this review. I hope you guys find this information helpful. And as always, thanks for watching.